So my individual report form for this week is about the Cultural Revolution, or the Maoist Cultural Revolution. The Cultural Revolution was a reform initiated by the Chinese, or in China by the communist chairman Mao Zedong. He's basically like the president except a dictator. And the idea was that Mao was super paranoid about like professors and like more educated people overthrowing him, and he wanted to get rid of the four old habits, old customs, old something and old something. Four old things and replace them with four new things, as well as being very paranoid. So what he did is he basically so in 1966, ruler of China Mao Zedong, he distributed a little red book called like The Thought of Mao, like the way he thinks. It was trying to cheat. It was like a teaching, kind of like a Bible, only like a propaganda Bible. It was about the Mao way of thought, and he sent the youth to work on these farms to make sure like no one would ever like get smart and realize how horrible like of a dictator he was. So, and he had to rule everything with an iron fist, which also means no outside exposure, and they were totalitarian, which means he controlled the press so that they wouldn't hear about other good things happening in the world, basically to fuel a propaganda machine. So he sent the youth to these 15 to like 23-year-olds to these farms to get re-educated. They were basically like brainwashing places. For the next 15 to 20 years, China was intellectually held back and economically recessed. Basically, it couldn't improve on anything. This event was like so paralyzing to China, it took an arrow to the knee. Pop culture references. Because at this point now, all the people who were like qualified to work and qualified to do stuff to further China's progress were all pretty much dumbed down by the Chinese government, and even the Chinese government was extremely embarrassed about this. They said they regret it, and they've been trying their best to like recover from it, and even till today that you can still there's still some effect of it. As well as this, Mao also purged a lot of his high government. There was a guy here. I didn't write his name down. There was a guy there was one of these generals, Liu Riqing. He was I think it was him. He was a general in the army who Mao thought was gonna overthrow him, so he killed him and another guy. So basically, the moral of the story is this decision really sucked for China, and it hurt their country for a long time. With hindsight, this was extremely dumb, especially because this country was created at the time 3 years before that, and they were also trying to do a great leap forward. So that was extremely contradictory.
Excellent.